Would you delete everything on all your scribbly, piddly, little and messy and long and even beautifully poetic and you know, artistically appointed task lists? Would you delete everything that you think you need to do that you've recorded or written down or kept notes on, or it's an idea, even your ideas, even your blog ideas, your course ideas? Would you delete every record of it without looking at any of it? That is brave, but it's actually smart, because here's the thing. We are not meant to live our lives from a place of, if I do this, when I do this, once I do this, and not just whatever this is, but once I catch up, keep up and make up for all the stuff that I already should have done if I was really living my life perfectly on track, then I can finally exhale and live from that broad place, that high place, that place where God has positioned me in my true calling and purpose. That's not how you're meant to live, and it's such an easy trap to fall into for driven women. I'm speaking to the driven women. I'm speaking to the true 1% within the 1% who are here and here and here and here, and who know that they're called for a supernatural thing, who are leaders, who have been graced and are anointed with and are called to speak to, impact, message to, or in some way call forward into their right being vast numbers of people, whether it's through published work of some kind, whether it's on a social media platform, whether it's on a literal stage, a virtual stage, wherever it is, you know who you are. That's who I'm speaking to. The too much woman. The one who is actually physically capable, just about, of spinning the world on its heels, turning it upside down, and publishing about 8 new books before breakfast, all while wearing pink stiletto heels and meal prepping for everybody in the neighborhood. You know who you are. For women like us, the ones who can't stop, who either torment ourselves with how we should be doing 17 million more things because we could, and we're even excited about it, or alternatively tell ourselves that probably we need to actually just choose one thing when the one thing is being you, and you need to give into the fact that this relentless, you know, like what even is it can't be contained wild spirit that you hold is how God designed you. I'm speaking to that kind of woman, and I'm saying, I don't know how to rein it in. I know we're not meant to rein it in. I don't know how to manage it all, because I know we're not meant to manage it all. I don't know how to do it all, but I do know how to do exactly what God put inside of me. I do know how to say yes to the fire that he put inside of me. I do know that it is as simple as saying, here I am, God, send me. And where have you sent me already today? What have you already fashioned for me today? Who is it that you called me to be today? What are the conversations, the spaces, the places, the things to say, the things to write, the things to degrade, the things to slow with, the things to go with? Show me your vision for today, God. What have you already designed for us today, Holy Spirit? And what's my part? And where are we going next, Dad? What are we doing next? What is the next one move to make? Because you can either be this too much person with a fire burning inside of you that is a supernatural fire that you don't know how to contain, but you weren't meant to contain it, and then you're alternately trying to do it all, or you're trying to convince yourself to do less and just figure out the one thing. You can either do it that way, and you'll never be done, you'll never be done, you'll never be done, you'll never be done, you'll die on your list, still won't be done. Jesus said it's finished, you didn't say you go and finish it. You can do it that way. And then you're going to go back and forth between feeling like high on your own internal superflow supply that you jacked yourself up with, because now you've convinced yourself that if you have an emotional rush and an emotional push and you're just spinning and doing a lot of things, then you're being productive or you're being creative, and you might be being creative. So you're either going to be like high on your own supply, and you know what goes up, if you send it up yourself, is going to come down, or you're going to be down in the dumps because you're holding yourself to a standard that no human can actually hold themselves to. Or you can sideswipe all of that, and I mean today, like for this day right here, and guess what, good news, you're going to have to do it again tomorrow, and sometimes maybe more than once a day. So you can sideswipe all of it. Do it with me right now. Just see it, like all of this stuff that you could do, that you should do, that you've got creative vision for, but what about this, but what about the 85,000 epic program ideas that I've had that I've deleted or ignored? Should I have done them all? Because I have a lot of ideas. And you know what? If you step forward into the flow of being all of you, that is a muscle, firstly, that as you work it, creativity, ideas, it's going to keep going. It's just going to get stronger, baby. Secondly, though, God himself is putting vision in you. And then if you're looking to the word, you're going to get vision from wrong places as well. Vision is an infinite thing. There's no shortage of vision. There's no shortage of possibility here. You don't have to grab hold of everything you could do. Because who knows that if you're like us and you try and do that, literally it would be impossible to do it all in 17,000 lifetimes. So, like what? Are we going to say to me that every program I could have done, I should have done? I'm not joking. There would be way more than 85 that I've deleted. There would be like 8,500. For real. Because they just stream through. So how do I know the one thing to create and sell and bring to life? Or how do I know the one thing to blog about when I could blog about anything, everything, all of it? Or how do I know what next task to do? How do I know where to put my focus? How do I know where to put my money? How do I know where to put my time? How do I know where to put me?